Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that have helped me build up a sizable rental portfolio in about 2 years. Now manage that portfolio. Today, a little change of scenery, huh? Let's give you a little look there. We're at a house today. I just want to do this quick video. So one of the processes that we've implemented that's really helped out, let me get the sun out of y'all's eyes and into my eyes, is walking the property for any repairs over $400. So we found, pictures can do some justice, but they don't do everything, right? You can't really tell if everything was done. So on anything we're paying somebody more than $400, we always come out and walk the property, walk the project, look at it, put your eyes on it, put your hands on it, take some pictures for the owners, and make sure everything was done well. So that's a quick tip for you guys. It makes so much more sense when you're getting in the property. There's so many other things too. It's funny that, you walk a property and you might have a punch list of items or whatnot, and then you get in there and, well, now there's 2 or 3 more things, or maybe the contractors saw something or noticed something. There was an issue when y'all didn't see it, right? I mean, they tested something. Hell, I was in here and didn't realize I needed to test or forgot to test the washing machine and the dryer doesn't work. So, just stuff like that always comes up. So it's good to walk the property. And like I said, any jobs over $400 we do. And now I can walk you guys through some of the items we look for and some of the things we do on each turnover. I think that'll be helpful for you. So we're just gonna walk through this house. I don't even know if I can flip this bad boy around. So one of the things we look for all the time is blinds. So if you have blinds, in your property, I like the 2-inch faux wood, FAUX wood blinds. Those aren't that. Those are these cheap plastic blinds that that you can break pretty easily. So we go now with the 2-inch faux wood. And they're big, thick. 2 inches is the thickness of them. They hold up so much better than with the tenants than these cheap plastic ones. So once these ones break, we replace them with 2-inch faux wood. So that's number one. Any turnover, anything that we do when we go into a property, we'll make an upgrade of 2-inch faux wood blinds. We use white that just matches with our color scheme, but whatever color y'all want to use, you get that at Lowe's or Home Depot. Second thing we always do is caulk the wet areas. So if you guys see, here's a vanity. See this caulk line right in here is nice and new. So when you're turning on a faucet or somebody's washing their face, you could get water behind there. And you might not see it for weeks or months, and it rots the drywall, or it rots out the bottom of your vanity, or gets in behind somewhere and creates a leak path. We also caulk the toilets. So the base there of the toilet is caulked. So if you ever put your foot on a toilet and you see it shake, you need to caulk it. Well, you probably need to reset the toilet, but you also want to caulk it just so, I know how I was when I was 13 and 14 years old worrying about pissing on the floor, which meant I wasn't. So you piss on the floor, you spill something, and it gets underneath that toilet. And especially on pier and beam houses, which this one is, it can create some real issues. So here's another wet area we caulk is around the showers, all around the shower tub. So we caulk all that, make sure all those are good, tight. Again, we're trying to prevent any leaks. One of the other big items we do, besides, those are, everything else I'm going to tell you is probably going to be pretty standard. We touch up paint, we do a thorough cleaning. Those are probably the 2 biggest things that a lot of people don't think about when they're doing it, or when they're making a turnover. Is just that little preventative maintenance stuff. This particular house doesn't have a central AC unit, but we always do our AC kind of tune-ups, what you call them. Usually they're $70 to $150, depending upon who's doing them. We always do that during the turnover as well. You don't want a tenant to get into the property and then you have an issue, right, with the AC. That doesn't make anybody happy, and it creates a real headache. Just starts a relationship off on a bad foot. So those are just 2 of the main I mean, we do them on the counters as well. So counter, new caulking in there. Those are two main things, guys. It's just preventive maintenance stuff when you're turning a property. So just to recap real quick, walk any job over $400, right? Any job over $400, y'all need to walk. Number two, and actually I'm going to show you one more in this house because it's really important. One thing we do for improvement purposes is 2-inch faux wood blinds. Another thing that we do for preventative maintenance is we caulk all the wet areas, toilets, vanities, showers, tubs, countertops. We do all that. And then a third thing we do, central air. We always do a central air check. Run bleach to the drain lines. They'll check and make sure the drip pan's good, and make sure the system's functioning as intended. The other thing that a lot of people miss that will bite you in the rear end is this bad dude right there. So that is a vent. So in this one, we had them wire it so that, if I can find the damn switch, where in the world? We had them wire this, there it is. So when you turn here's your switch, when you turn the light on, the fan comes on. So if you go into rental properties, sometimes in the bathroom, especially these small with the shower and stuff, you won't see a fan. That will create mold on your ceiling. You'll see it all the time. If you don't have a fan, you will get mold up there because there's no moisture. The moisture has nowhere to go. It lifts up. That moisture goes up on the ceiling and sits there and just creates mold. So if you do have a fan, a tip is to wire it to the light, because tenants won't, and people in general, they'll just flip one switch for the light. They don't think about the fan. So if you wire it together, the fan comes on and the light comes on together, it will prevent mold buildup. And I've had it so many times, tenants call, or they don't call at all. You walk the property, there's a bunch of mold on the ceiling, and you're like, hey guys, were you gonna say anything about this? Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. And there's a fan in there, so they're not even using the fan. But on turnovers, that's one thing we look for as well, is to make sure you have these vent fans installed. They're not that expensive. They're like $100, $125, and we did them in both bathrooms. Any of the bathrooms, you want to get that moisture out. It'll prevent mold. And some tenants, rightfully so, they want to be cognizant of mold, but they cause that mold, and then they want to talk to you about how you got to unfit living conditions. You don't want that to come up. So those are just a couple things, guys. I hope that was helpful. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. And I'm going to keep doing some more of these where we're walking around, we're talking at properties, and show you guys some of the in the field stuff that we're doing. So hope that was helpful. See y'all next week.